Okay, so since people are still asking me to record these, I'm just gonna keep doing that. So you guys are good. Keep making your coffee or whatever. Just made my skinny brew. I'm absolutely loving these. You guys, thank you for being a little bit patient with me starting a few minutes later today. I literally had the worst allergies the last couple days, and I was up literally all night coughing and sneezing. No, I don't have corona. I legitimately have allergies. Okay, so what we did today, which I'm actually loving this series. I don't know about you guys, but she's one of my favorite people to do yoga with, and she's doing this like 30-day challenge, and we've totally not been doing them in order, but I'm really enjoying it. So even if yoga is something that's new to you, I would suggest looking this up. So anyways, this is what we're starting with there. We'll be doing a 3 to 5 minute meditation after our May Cause Miracles. So we're going to start with that. I'm really digging this book, you guys. Abby, you're so cute. She goes, I'm hungover and still liked it. I wish I was hungover. Okay. Let's start with day 14.
Reflect and prepare. Today, let's look back at the incredible work you've done so far. Morning reflection, day 14. For this morning's reflection, take a moment to look through your notebook and witness the learning and healing that has come forward. You may find that the work you're doing can be a bit uncomfortable, or maybe you feel a little stuck in one of the exercises. It's totally fine. Course in Miracles suggests only infinite patience offers immediate results. As you continue your practice, make patience your greatest virtue. Each still moment of patience offers you the space to receive divine guidance from your pain. Be kind and gentle with yourself, and throughout the rest of this 42-day practice, making patience the top priority. As you review this past week, be very mindful not to look for problems in your work. A Course in Miracles asks, do you want the problem or do you want the answer? Stay committed to seeking the answer and trust that as you open up to receive guidance, you will always be led to the next right action. Creating sacred space to review your work without judgment will help you on your journey of acknowledging the answer, which is that you are love.
Cute. That's a short one today. So we will take a second to look through those. So I don't know how you guys feel about this book so far. If I'm being 150% honest, it's really challenging me, like in more ways than I even thought possible. It's challenging me to make it a priority in both morning and night, which is not something that I'm used to with like self-development stuff, because normally I just like do it in the morning and then by night I'm checked out. And this is like, I've missed a few days at night and had to like catch it up in the morning. I'm always really good about doing the morning ones, but I'm becoming much more consistent with it as time goes on, and I really am enjoying it. Like the meditation from last night was insane, like where you picture your childhood memory or whatever. And I don't know, I'm just like really digging it. But it's digging really deep and bringing some things up in my life that I didn't think were still an issue for me and that I thought I've kind of like gotten over. But when I really dig deeper and look into it, like this is really truly forcing me to move on and to really let go of those fears and let go of, I don't know, any, like she was talking about on the yoga thing this morning, like just letting go of the things that are on hold, like just releasing the tension that's there. We learn to ignore it and shove it down. I completely agree. So I feel like this is really bringing those back up to the surface, but I don't know about you, I'm digging it. Okay, so today's quote is, not everything needs to be perfect to still be wonderful. And I am such a perfectionist, you guys. I didn't realize this about myself until somewhat recently. I actually listened to a Manifestation Babe podcast, and it's literally called something like I'm a perfectionist or something like that. And I listened to it and was like, oh my God, that is me. Like, if I make one mistake or I forget to do one thing, the whole next morning, my first hour, truly until I finish my journaling and self-development, it's just like beating myself up over what I should have done better yesterday, instead of just focusing on how to be better today, how to learn from that, how to just move forward. So I really liked this quote for today. And then we are going to do, I'm going to pause this recording. We're going to do a short little meditation. When I'm like not feeling like sitting down for 30 minutes to do a meditation, I really like 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes like tops 10. Otherwise, if I'm not doing a short 5 to 10 minute, I don't get deep enough. So I like to do like 2-hour meditations. That's just me personally. So it's like one extreme or the other for me. But when I'm like kind of, like I said, in a rush or not wanting to spend a lot of time on it, which right now I really don't because I woke up late, I still want to do it because it's good to shut your mind off. And there's these 2 specific podcasts that I'm subscribed to that are really short. They're like all under 15 minutes. It's really hard, but it's literally like doing drugs. Like you legitimately feel like, I can't explain the out of body experience you will feel if you force yourself to do it. It's crazy. It's crazy. The shorter ones are hard, but the 5 to 10 minutes, I really honestly think that meditation is so useful specifically for that purpose, like because it's so hard. Like it is something that we are constantly go, 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 and we never shut our minds off. And that's where the creative mind is. That is where the peaceful mind is. And that's why we have anxiety so often, because we never turn off unless we're sleeping. So that's why I like this. Anyways, 2 meditation or podcasts. One is called Meditation Minis. Meditation Minis. And the other one is called Mindful in Minutes. So we're going to do a meditation mini. And okay.
Welcome to the Meditation Minis podcast. Watching meditations help you feel better fast with your host of How Easy BetterHelp on
to Brave. Okay. When change hurts. I've gone through a lot of changes in my life. Geographical changes, career changes, relationship changes, and I'm someone who isn't the biggest fan of change. It's just not really my favorite, as you have probably gathered by now. And friend, they're still happening. Just when I think life is smooth sailing, here comes another change. Listen, if you've learned nothing from this little section of this book, and if I've learned nothing from simply living through all the changes, let's hear this. Brave people are okay with change because they remember that change is for our good. That doesn't mean you have to love change or seek change or want change. That doesn't mean that when something seems to be going awesome and it takes an unexpected turn, you have to throw a party. It means that if you're brave, you can walk through change with grace and hope that God's promises are true and all things really do work for good. Some changes are welcomed. They're celebrated. They're fun. Promotions, pregnancies, book deals, engagements, new homes. Though even the good changes in life can be difficult or stressful, but then there are those changes, the bad ones, the ones that don't seem to have the silver lining. Often change hurts. Often change is painful, devastating even. Maybe you lost your job and you're bracing yourself for the conversation you'll have with your spouse tonight. Maybe the results from your MRI came back and normal as you knew, it ends today. Just remember, a brave person's joy isn't dependent on circumstances. God has got this, whatever it is. Your family, your career, your relationships. He knows your pain, he cares about your pain, and he wants you to live bravely in strength and knowledge that he is working for your good and he is ultimately in control. Be brave. You know what I hope after these days of talking about change together? I hope change just becomes this thing you plan for, you make space for in your life, and you choose to be brave about. Cute. I love it. Okay, let me pull up my other notes here. Okay. What's the date? The 14th? Okay, y'all. Sorry, had to get situated here. So I'm going to have the push posted soon, per usual. And I will have this posted, obviously. But my tip for today is going to be super, super, super simple. And that is just going to be to do better than you did yesterday. Like I was talking a little bit about it when we first started this, and I know I've touched on this before. This isn't something that you guys don't know. But if you are anything like me, we can get so caught up in the past, in things that we should have done better, things that we could have said differently, things that we wish we would have taken more action on, things we wish we wouldn't have done. Whatever it is, I know that I'm not the only person that goes through that on somewhat of a daily basis. So my tip for you guys today is just to do it anyways. Like just go through the ring of fire full force, regardless of what happens. And every day is different. And things happen and things come up, and you can give yourself the little slap on the wrist, but I've had to learn how to become my biggest critic and my biggest cheerleader. And sometimes I struggle with the two. But when you have that consciously in your mind that that's something that you're actively working towards, is supporting yourself. And that's part of the reason why I love May Cause Miracles so much. It really does help. And just like in our meditation and all the things that we've heard this morning, even, there are things that you can control and there are things that you can't. And today is past, or yesterday is in the past, and we can't do anything about it now. That's something that you can't change. We can't change anywhere except for where we are in this moment right now. And I am so excited that we are doing these little Wake Up With Me series, even if you aren't able to watch it live. I know a lot of people have work and whatever, but because I think once you start thinking about these things, and it is such a compound effect over time that you are just trying to do better than you did yesterday, it's almost like this freeing feeling. Like you feel a weight lifted off your shoulders when you know you can forgive yourself, when you know that that's something that you can't change. And you have today, you have the opportunity to do better, to do more, to do the things that you said you were going to do and didn't get to. And something that I want you to do this morning is write down one thing that you're proud of yourself for doing yesterday. Not something that's happened yet today, but write down one thing that you're proud of that you accomplished yesterday. And I'm forcing myself to do this pretty much every morning as long as I remember, because that kind of puts me in a good headspace of like where we're going next. And I'm really proud of myself, for example, that even though I didn't feel great this morning and we got off to a late start, that I've been so focused on keeping promises to myself. Because if I can't keep promises to myself, how am I going to keep promises to my team, to my husband, to my kid, to literally anything or anyone else? If I can't keep the one thing that I said that I was going to do for myself, I'm going to let that trickle into all other areas of my life. And it is literally a recipe for disaster. And so I'm really just excited that we still got on here and did this. And thank you guys for hopping on. But write down the one thing that you're proud of yourself for and just move on. Okay, I'm going to stop this recording.